Hello everyone, welcome to Microprocessor 8085 lecture series. This is lecture number 4 and today we'll be learning about the classification of instructions. We classify them into various categories, like we have data transfer operations, then we have arithmetic operations, logic operations, branching operations and machine control operations. And in those operations we have some more types. Like the first we see is the first one is the data transfer operations. The data transfer operations is of four types. It is either between the registers, between the memory and memory to register, register to memory, between input output devices and register A. Now let us see the first category, the first one, data transfer operations, that is between the registers. Now in 8085 there are various registers, like we have register A, register B, C, D, okay, then D, E, sorry. So we have the registers A, B, C, okay, then register D, E, H, L. So we can transfer the data from any register to any other register. We can transfer data from any register to any other register. So the instruction, I will just write the instruction, like suppose if we have instruction move, if I write this instruction move A comma B, okay, so A comma B, it transfers the contents of B to A, okay. It transfers the contents from B to A. Similarly we can also write like move H comma E, so this transfers the contents of E to H, okay. The contents of E are not destroyed, they remain as they are, and the contents of H, they change with respect to E. Suppose E contains 2 and we transfer the contents of E to H, so this 2 transfers to register H, okay. So there are many such instructions. Next is between memory to register, so we can transfer the data from memory to register. There are various instructions. I will just give an example, like here if we write move A comma M, so this is this instruction transfers the contents of memory to register A, okay. Then we can also have, we can transfer the contents from this memory location to any other register also. So if we write move C comma M, so it transfers the contents of M to C. Then between register to memory, okay. So if we can also write this move M comma B, okay. So this transfers the contents of register B to M. Similarly we can transfer the contents from any register to memory location. Then next is between input output devices and registers, okay. So we have varieties of any number of inputs outputs in our system, so we can transfer the contents of A to any output device and transfer the contents of input to from input to register A, from any input to register A. For example, if I write this in port 12, so this particular instruction, it gets the input from port number 12 to register A. So it only transfers to register A, not to any other register. Then if we write the instruction out port 11, suppose, okay, so this instruction, it transfers the contents of register A to port 11, okay. So next category is the arithmetic operations. There are four types of arithmetic operations: addition, subtraction, increment, decrement. Now addition, regarding addition and subtraction, in almost all the addition subtraction instructions, A is involved. Okay. Without A, addition subtraction cannot take place, almost all the instructions. So for example, add addition, if we write this if we write the instruction like add B, so add B, it means A equal to A plus B, okay. This A equal to A plus B. So in this instruction add B, we assume that A is already there and we are adding the contents of A with B and result is stored in A. Suppose if we write this instruction add H, so add H, it means A equal to A plus H. So this is one of the arithmetic instruction. There are also other arithmetic instructions, we'll discuss it afterwards. Then regarding subtraction, okay, subtraction also involves A, okay, it cannot be done without A. So if we write this sub C, okay, so sub C means sub C means A equal to A minus C, okay. So in subtraction even A is involved, so sub C means we are subtracting the contents of A from C, okay. So this is what we have. Similarly we can subtract the contents of any register from A, okay, but A is always there. Similarly increment it increases the content of the given register by 1, and it can be done on any register. Like if we write this INR B will increment the content of register B by 1. So if B is 5 and we give INR B, it becomes 6. Similarly we can write INR H and any other register. Decrement it decrements the or decreases the contents of the given register by 1. So we can write like DCR C. So DCR C will decrement the content of C by 1. Similarly we can write DCR E and so on, okay. So decrement increment can be done on any register. The next category is the logic operations. So there are 4 types of logic operations. The first is AND, OR, XOR, then next is complement, then compare, and then next is rotate. First is AND, OR, XOR. So it is simple boolean operations, ANDing and ORing. There are many instructions in AND, OR, XOR. It is explicitly assumed that A is one of the registers and the result is also stored in A. For example, if we write this A and A B, so A and A B means A equal to A and this logically AND with B. Similarly we can AND the contents of A with any other register. Then if I write this ORAH, so this means ORAH means or the logically or the contents of A with H and store the result in H. Similarly we can also write XRAL, okay, this means XOR the contents of register A with L and store the result in register A. There are some more AND OR operations, we will see it afterwards. Then next is complement. We just have one instruction for complement, that is CMA. So CMA it means complement the contents of register A, complement the contents of register A, that is the accumulator. So this is only for register A, not for any other register, okay. Then compare is a logic operation which compares the contents of register A with any other register, or it can also compare with some data that we'll see afterwards. So compare is if we write CMPB, so CMPB, it compares the contents of register A with register B and gives the result, okay. It maybe A is greater than B, A is equal to B, or A is less than B. So any of those 3 cases we will know the result. Then we can compare the contents A with any other register. Then next is rotate. Rotate instruction, this logic instruction, it rotates the contents of register A either right or left. One of the instruction is, we can say, RAR, okay. So this means rotate the contents of register A right through carry, okay. So there are 4 rotate instructions, okay. When one of these RAL, so rotate left, okay, through carry. So there are 4 rotate instructions. We will study them in detail afterwards. So these are some of the logic instructions of 8085. Next is the jump. Next are the branching operations. In branching we have 3 types: jump, call and return, and restart. So with respect to jump instruction, it transfers the control to from one location to another memory location. So we can jump from one location to another location, either conditionally or unconditionally. So there is one unconditional jump, that is JMP. There is one unconditional jump Okay, it transfers the control to a particular memory location which comes after the jump instruction, and there are 8 conditional jumps. Okay, there are 8 conditional jumps. So conditional jumps are similar to if then, switch case and so on, and this jump is equivalent to go to instruction of C. So we have one unconditional jump and 8 conditional jumps. Okay, we will see in detail afterwards. Then regarding call and return, so call and return, this instruction call, it transfers the control to some program called a subroutine program. Okay, so apart from the main program, we also have some subroutine programs. So this call instruction, it is used to execute the subroutines. Okay, and even in case of call, there is one conditional, one unconditional call, and there are 8 conditional calls. And similarly return, okay, return is used to return from the subroutine to the main program. Okay, and there is one return, one unconditional, and there are 8 conditional return instructions. Then we have restart instructions. There are 8 restart instructions, start from RST0, RST1 up to RST7. Okay, these instructions, they take the load the instruction from a particular memory location. For example, RST0, when RST0 instruction is executed, it transfers the control to 0000 memory location. Similarly, every RST instruction transfers the control to one of the particular memory location, and microprocessor starts executing from that particular instruction, from that particular memory location. We will see that in detail afterwards. The last category is the machine control operations, in which the first is the halt instruction. The halt instruction is used at the end of the program. Whenever microprocessor encounters this halt instruction, it stops executing the program. So it is generally written at the end of the program to stop the program. Then we also have interrupt. Okay, interrupts, they can be used, there are 2 types of interrupt. One are maskable, there are non-maskable interrupt. So with this interrupts, any external device, it can interrupt the processor, so that processor can execute some instructions with respect to that particular interrupted device, with the device which has interrupted the processor. Okay, so we can write sophisticated programs using the interrupts. There are many interrupts, we will see then detail afterwards. Then we have no operation. No operation, whenever microprocessor, there is a no operation instruction, NOP, and for halt we have HLT. No operation instruction, whenever microprocessor encounters a no operation, it stops for some time and then continues its instructions, the next instruction. Okay. So no operation is used to debug the programs, or to introduce some delay in some of the programs. So this is one of the in which delay can be introduced in the program. So there is one more way of classifying the instructions of 8085. Like here, the instructions, either they can be 1 byte instructions, 2 byte instructions, or 3 byte instructions. For example, just see this instructions by an example. Like if we write this instruction, move A comma B, so this is a 1 byte instruction. Then instruction like add B, this is also a 1 byte instruction. Then ANA H, this is also a 1 byte instruction. Then 2 byte instructions, instructions like MVI, if I write MVIC 11H, so this is move immediate, this is a 2 byte instruction. Then ADI 15H, so this is add immediate 15H, this is also a 2 byte instruction. Of course, we'll be studying these instructions in the category when we study the categories of instructions in detail, like arithmetic instructions, the categories of arithmetic instructions, the categories of data transfer instructions. Then we have the 3 byte instructions. There are and one more thing regarding this 2 byte instruction, all the instructions which have this MVI at the end, immediate, like here we have move immediate, add immediate, we have subtract immediate. So whenever immediate comes, the word, it is almost it is a 2 byte instruction. Next is a 3 byte instructions. So all the jump instructions, they are 3 byte instructions, because after jump we need to specify the memory location. If I write this 8040, so this is a 3 byte instruction. Then even call instruction which saw, it is also a 3 byte instruction, and there are many 3 byte instructions. We will see them in detail, because here we are just seeing the classification of instructions, not the detail of each and every instruction. Our main purpose in this particular lecture was to classify the instruction set. Therefore I specified that many times I told that we will see it afterwards. Of course we will see this in the coming lectures, we will see in more detail. So that's all for this lecture. Thanks for watching.